hard to know everyone, and when there's 300 plus like people playing in this tournament.
Yeah.
So you get to see some really good players for the first time who might be playing like a style or weapon you're not super familiar with, and that's always really fun to see. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to expect here, because I think we're going to be seeing a lot of the same. Well, we're going to be seeing the same maps, but probably nothing near the level of like weapon variety we saw last time.
Yeah.
That was a little bit.
Yeah, I'm expecting a little bit more, you know, meta-y here. Could be totally wrong though, so we'll see once we go into this. But definitely the last teams that we just watched on stream were very unique in what their weapon choices were, which is always fun to watch, of course. So I feel like maybe we're going to go a little bit more meta-y this game, but okay, we're about to start. Let's see if I'm right.
Let's find out.
Let's see.
Alrighty, here we go. The crowd is alive. We're back on the newly remodeled Undertow Spillway. We've actually got Lana on the Charger, Dude on the 52 instead of that 96. We have Knot and Machine on the other side. Some interesting dynamics. I have not seen V-Charger in a hot minute. That's got the ink fact to help your team get those checkpoints as quickly as possible. So it seems like, yeah, we are not playing those round 1 redemption maps. It's going to be, I believe, round 2 instead. But already on this left side, we see the dualies gearing up for a flank. They find one. Excellent stuff in getting out cleanly. They just need to hold down one side of the map to get the Rainmaker over there, but getting over Zealous. They go for that Rainmaker grab early and get punished hard by Dude and Lana. And that's 2 easy picks for them. The Rainmaker is going to get grabbed and have a lot of space to move the other direction.
Okay, so they look like you see a second there. Lana thought about going that right path. Dude was thinking about maybe setting that up, but Sigrex here able to just bolt left, paint that Rainmaker path, and just like that, Lana able to follow that so cleanly, dunk that Rainmaker, and now Element ERM does have the first checkpoint. And look at this, Lana grabs the Rainmaker again, starts to push it even more past that checkpoint. Sometimes those extra points past the checkpoint really do add up, so that was a good move.
Oh my goodness, the Charger getting an ice pack and even pulling out the ink vac. It's going to run out just as the Rainmaker gets grabbed, but it's going to target that Crab Tank who gets forced back. The Rainmaker all the way down to 16. Element ERM, so much aggression, getting the Rainmaker all the way into spawn just a minute into the game, and Element ERM still 4 up. Despite getting the Rainmaker so far, their push is not over. They still are in total control of this map.
They are. Even though, you know, the Rainmaker has reset here, Element ERM, it looks like, you can tell they communicated that. Okay, the Rainmaker is going to reset. Let's just hold all this mid space that we have, not push in, not go down. And once again, they have grabbed the Rainmaker. So the more that they grab the Rainmaker, the harder it's going to be for Honorbound to grab the Rainmaker themselves. They're just constantly in this state of trying to defend and trying to figure out how to get into mid themselves. So Element ERM doing a just great job at stalling out anything that Honorbound can even set up.
Yeah, absolutely. That Rain's going to do a good job clearing out mid, providing a lot of paint pressure. Give that Rainmaker the space to make its way towards the left. Milana gets a pick off the Shark, but the Rainmaker still is going to make its way to the pedestal. Inside the 52, he's going to get that pick, stop the Rainmaker before it reaches the checkpoint. So now no more damage done to Element ERM. Well, as I say that, it gets grabbed, but Sigrex there to clutch it up and grab the Rainmaker or get the pick on the Rainmaker before the checkpoint is taken. So successful defense coming out from Element ERM, but Honorbound still has a lot of paint and all 4 members back up thanks to the tactical win.
This is like, it's completely kind of flopped right now from what we just saw when the Rainmaker reset. Now Honorbound is the team that does have all that mid control. They're able to take down 1 member of Element ERM, but Element ERM actually here taking down 2 members of Honorbound, and you can see they're going to go ahead and start pushing forward, try and push back these remaining members of Honorbound, but they are actually, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. Members of both teams going down left and right.
Oh my god, yeah. Everyone's on the wrong side here.
I know.
Honorbound is behind Element ERM here, trying to get a push started. They're going to end up as Nautilus gets 3 huge picks. That's going to stop the Rainmaker from going in this direction. Continue a push from Honorbound. Pieman, excellent work. Even having a Rain to lead the way. This is going to be the checkpoint for Honorbound. The Crab Tank takes out 2 members. They have a Booyah to lead the way as well. Warrior's going to use it to hold ground. A lot of points need to get put on the board, but here they come. The Rainmaker's going to make its way, and that's the lead.
Lead swapping over to Honorbound. They do have a complete wipe, but man, that was completely worth it. They were able to push forward, get the lead by 3 points over Element ERM. So Element ERM, they still know they have some time left on the clock. They're going to go ahead and get their specials ready. We see 2 of them ready here at the ready. Dude uses that whale to start pushing back members of Honor Bound, and that is going to be a really good opening for Sigrex and Lana here on the left side to lead that Rainmaker and try and get the lead for themselves.
2 members, 3 members down. It's an open trail for Lana. That's the lead and the knockout.
Woo! What a great comeback there from Element ERM, but oh my gosh. That was so back and forth there for a minute.
Oh my goodness. Just the aggression coming out. Element ERM moved back into the spawn. Honor Bound did an excellent job. Actually, that push was like so cookie cutter.
Yeah.
It was excellent, right? They rebounded off of getting some picks. They got to the checkpoint. They opened the way with like Rain and then Crab Tank to clear out to the plat. They had the Booyah in front of it. And then suddenly Element ERM just answers back, gets, I believe, mostly Sigrex and Dude into the spawn. I think Dude might have been on the flank there.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
And that just caught Honor Bound completely off guard. They got all the way behind them and forced them to turn around. We saw a lot of clear space for Element ERM, painting away all the way to the pedestal and getting that knockout.
Man, you described it perfectly, man. I mean, and like you said too, Honor Bound's push that they got, that was just perfectly cookie cutter. It was set up beautifully. They got the lead through that. But just seeing how they got that lead and then Element ERM just turned around and got the lead for themselves is really setting up what these next couple games going forward that we could watch might end up being like.
Yeah, it certainly seems like we've got a lot of exciting action ahead of us because we are going to be moving to Tower Control Inkblot. I guess the most classic tower control map in the game. We've got the Horseman of the Apocalypse, Rainmaker Undertow, Tower Inkblot, and Clans Scorch for our first 3 maps of this set. Honor Bound looking to bring it back after taking that last game very close. I think we may need to restart here because Dude has his Switch outside of his dock.
Oh no!
That would just be my guess.
I know, as soon as I saw the players just look up, I was like, wait, we're not starting. Hold on.
Yeah. We love a good land DC.
Ooh, okay.
Happens more than you'd think.
It really does, right?
Yeah.
It really does. You think, oh, this is land. That's not supposed to happen, but it does happen.
Yeah. Especially if you like hit the table.
Yeah, definitely.
They didn't do that there. I'm just thinking of one of my first lands at it was one of the it was either Long Island Splat, Long Island Summer Splat, or Beacon. Probably the other 2. And I think Arashi, like after taking the lead in like grand finals, hit the desk like being happy, and then DC'd and then lost.
No, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Or was it Hitzel? It was either Arashi or Hitzel. Probably Hitzel.
Oh my gosh, that is tragic. Oh.
It was just one game, but it was really funny.
Yeah.
So you got to keep an eye out for that because the Switch is still not bolted into the dock.
Yeah,
no matter what you do.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's a good story right there. You said that was your first LAN?
It was one of first or second.
Yeah. That is so funny. Okay, so we can see the screen here. The teams. It looks like, I think everyone's able to get back in the lobby. It looks like, I'm guessing Dude is in the lobby, ready to go, question mark?
It was Arashi. Oh my gosh. I think Hitzel might have been on the other team or just on his team because that sounds like what Clockwork. I feel like Clockwork had both Arashi and Hitzel.
And I could see either of them.
It was very funny.
I could see either of them doing it too,
yeah.
so I could see why you're
It wasn't out of rage. It was out of like
excitement.
Heck yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
And then immediately your heart's sinking as you disconnect from the game.
Oh, that's so tragic.
On Sturgeon Tower Control in Splatoon 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, I remember.
So this is a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we actually haven't seen certain towers not in this map list. But actually, I don't think we've seen it like at all in tournaments in a long time.
Actually, no.
Which is interesting.
I've seen teams playing it in scrims.
Uh-huh.
But like you said, in Splatoon 3, it hasn't been in tournaments. But it used to be in all the Splatoon 2 tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, it was in Splatoon 3. I think people might have just gotten tired of like snowballiness on that map.
Yeah, after that first checkpoint, it can get so snowbally.
Yeah, we've been seeing like Marlin, I think, as one of the new tower control maps, which is in this map list. Maybe not too frequently, but I think people prefer a stally TC map than a snowbally one.
Yeah.
So.
I could see that, honestly. Especially with the fast pace that Splatoon 3 is compared to Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
Like
nobody likes the game being over like in 30
it's
seconds.
Like, yeah, over so fast, considering the differences of the play styles in each game. Okay, all right. Sounds like
we're back in.
sounds like we're back in. And we were going to tower control Inkblot, you had said?
Yeah. Sounds like Charger POV. Right now, I guess the spec cam operator plays Charger.
Sewer person, are you back yet?
Okay. Little fishy friend just keeps flopping over.
Is fishy friend done for the day? Almost.
He'll end up however he ends up.
He's just existing, you know?
Yeah.
Just existing.
I have to be true to character and neglect him in real life, too.
Wait. Yeah. True to character. Okay.
We're doing it. We're here. Tower control, Inkblot. Here we go. Hopping back into it. We got that ZF charger, mostly of the same stuff coming out from Element ERM, and a pencil now to provide the coolers rather than that zap for Honor Bound. How will that work out for them? Let's find out.
All right, I love that change up from Honor Bound. I think that was a really good pick considering that Element ERM does have that charger, so going to be able to counter that charger a little bit better, hopefully with the range of the pencil, and maybe get to play a little bit more aggressively using that range with the way that the playstyle of pencil is. So both teams here starting out, trying to see who can get mid, and a really, really nice flank coming around the left side from Jude, able to get 2 members down on the side of Honor Bound, but still, it looks like there's still a lot of scrappy fights going on in mid.
Yeah, there certainly are, and the picks seem to be going in Element ERM's favor. They're going to get picks off of that Zuka. It's still 1 down on each side, but Sigrex up in the enemy bats in the tower at the first checkpoint. They don't see Sig at all. That's going to be a clean pick, looking for more. They get one on the Nautilus before they go down. 3 down onto Honor Bound. The tower makes its way to that second checkpoint, but I believe that is the last member of Element ERM. Well, there's the 52 somewhere around here. Doing a little shark, I believe. But yeah, that's the end of that push. They make it all the way to the second checkpoint. First check out of the way early is very nice.
Very nice for Element ERM. At least they were able to get the first checkpoint. Now they have room for themselves. Okay, so now we are turning it around. Honor Bound, actually, they're saying, okay, we need to get the first checkpoint this time. You see Dude here tried to flank around behind the tower to sneak around, get some picks, but Honor Bound able to call out that flank and continue getting points on the board here. Now they're able to take the lead and get to the second checkpoint. No one able to clear the checkpoint fully, but at least they were able to get the lead for themselves.
Oh my goodness. We love to see the patience on that Zuka. Sigrex knowing exactly, some people just like to blow the Zuka just to get it out and move freely again, but Sig knew exactly where the last one would be, behind that little wall. Honor Bound now has to get back onto defense again. They have a crab tank at the ready. They're going to use it on this defense here. It's going to be singling a member of Element ERM who pushed up aggressively out, and now 1 down on each side. The strikes come out from Element ERM, and they're just stalling this push out, waiting till they get their members back online, seeing if they can get a better opportunity to push up here. But the specials continuously coming out from Honor Bound are making it difficult.
Honor Bound really knows those points are close, so we have to make sure that we're getting these specials out defensively and playing off of them. You see that it's actually been working out very well in their favor. Element ERM only able to get 1 point more than they previously had here for their score. Now, okay, it looks like both teams are taking a breath. Honor Bound does have a member go down. I'm not sure quite how they went down. Another member goes down, and this is going to be that opening for Dude, able to push forward, get down a 3rd member of Honor Bound, and just do 52 things right here. Look at this. Set up that wall, use that whale, and just be aggressively doing 52 things.
Oh my goodness, yeah, just lining them up and knocking them down. Killer Whale, just making it impossible for them to stand anywhere near there. That's lead for Element ERM. The tower is going to pass that second checkpoint. They have complete control of the bats. The Zuka is out. Honorbound is looking a little bit lost. They're all stuck on that left side here. I believe there's someone by the bats there for Honorbound trying to challenge. It's going to be a crab tank. They're not going to end up dropping. That's a push into spawn. Element ERM 3 down, but the last member on that left side, I believe is a 52, is going to give jumps back into mid. So, actually, no, they're not in mid. They're still in the spawn.
Oh.
They get a pick, but they're going to go down in the process. Trade 2 for 2. So, nice stall there from Element ERM, but that is going to maybe be the end of their push if I don't eat my words immediately.
It looks like I'm like, what is happening? This is getting very chaotic here. It looks like I think they consistently got some jump-ins and they're just continuing to. I think they're realizing, okay, if one person is in this really aggressive spot, let's just keep jumping to them. And it was working out very well for them for a little bit there. I mean, the longer that they kept doing that, the harder it was for Honorbound to even set up and think about getting a push going themselves. So that was really, really good stalling tactic there from Element ERM.
Oh yeah, 50 seconds left. We're gearing up for the end of the game. Element ERM has a strikes weapon, so Honorbound needs to be getting these points ASAP. Here they go, pushing into the enemy bats. That's one pick. Brandon on the Snipe Rider looking for picks on the right side. All of Element ERM is stuck over there. This looks like it's going to be the checkpoint if they run into the meantime. There might have been, yeah, there was a challenge on the tower there, and the tower's going to end up getting taken out and rolling backwards. So now the momentum that Honorbound had is kind of lost, and Element ERM has time to regain that their footing. Now the push, if it happens, is going to happen in overtime.
Okay, so tower's going back to mid here. We see Warrior jumping on the tower, and they do have a Booyah Bomb at the ready. They're going to go ahead and start using that Booyah Bomb. Hopefully that is going to allow their teammates to push forward through that Booyah Bomb. Looks like no one was quite able to push past that, but we see them trying to push through the Booyah Bomb. 2 members do go down. That's 3 members down on the side of Honorbound. There goes that 4th member. And Element ERM taking game 2 there did a really, really great job at just playing that defense very patiently.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Last thing you want to do when you have a decent point lead, especially in tower control, where like one special does so much in overtime. You just got to be extra patient, make sure your team doesn't end up trickling in. You want to like just delay the fights, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You'd rather delay the fights than like trade the fights.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Because then if you trade, then, you know, you don't have those extra members up to help their teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so game 3 here, we can see on the screen we're going to be heading to Clamblitz on Scorched Gorge next.
We certainly are. Our first Clamblitz match that we are seeing now, we didn't see one last set either, I believe. Actually, did we? No, we didn't. We did not see Clamblitz last set either. So this is like the first test for these teams to see like how well are they coordinated as a team. I know Element R has played a lot together, especially with Dude.
Yeah.
We'll see if Element ERM is ready to play together, or if Honorbound, who, yeah, I'm curious like how long they've been playing together. I'm not sure whether these guys are a like long-time team or if they certainly seem to be a team that plays together regularly, but you never know how long a team can go for because Element R has existed a very long time. I'm not sure they're really active anymore, but
yeah,
they're long-term playing partners.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I'm thinking too, you know, going into this next game, how do you feel about the switch from Honorbound from that end zap to the pencil? Do you feel like it helps them a little bit having that pencil as the extra range?
It can certainly like help them stabilize, but I can imagine it's a little bit weird to try and play against a regular charger, which one hits, with a charger that does not one hit.
Yeah.
Rather, or like farming coolers, I guess. But yeah, pencil. I can't. It's. You couldn't force me to say pencil is bad. It's not. Pencil.
Come
pencil,
on, Fusion.
Pencil is
Just
good.
kidding.
No matter like what the enemy is playing. Pencil good. Interesting. We have some interesting stuff coming out on the other side. We have the Squiffer. That's the funny one with Autobomb Zipcaster and the. I can't even remember their name. The Dowser Dualies. Yes. the ones with one really long roll that are just. They're not laser beams. They're just. You know, they're a hose. You're out watering the lawn.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. I like that. And
right?
then Looking too at Honor Bound, they do have they are switching to a range blaster this time, adding that to their comp instead. So I could really see that being good here if they're able to use it over the ledges and get picks that way. So.
But yeah, Range Blaster definitely a very popular weapon here. Apologies for a little bit interrupting you there.
Oh, no,
it's
fine.
very solid here, but Honor Bound actually getting 3 picks. They have a power claim, and this is a big opening for them. They have extra claims in the back too. Can they make the most of this, get a big push on the board early in the game?
Looks like they're doing a really good job at that so far, and I love we see Brandon there set up. Oh! Element ERM able to get a wipeout onto Honor Bound, but Honor Bound got, I think that's great points to get on the board here initially. We saw Dude there tried to push forward, probably try and get a jump in there for their teammates to just have a push happen really fast, but was called out right away. So good job on Honor Bound. Setting up defense, you can see they're under their basket. They're expecting these specials to come in. Let's see if they can counteract them.
Ooh, yeah. So excellent answer back from Honor Bound, just regaining a lot of the control that they need, but they're still not all the way back into mid. The crab take can certainly help shut down a potential push. Here they go, setting up here. There is no Zuka on the other side, so crab take is relatively safe. They are going to shred down 2 members of Element ERM, and Warrior even finds a nice direct that could have turned the tide of the situation there, but instead, that's going to be Honor Bound answering back very quickly. Element ERM grouping up on that range blaster. The momentum just keeps swinging back and forth at this point. The pushes are coming off of like failed push attempts that came from failed push. You know,
yeah.
It just keeps bouncing back and forth. So these teams just got to get group up, take their time, and get a big push going, just like Honor Bound did at the beginning of the game. That seems exactly like what Element ERM is doing right now.
Yeah, it does. You can see they're set up. They have 10 clams at the ready, and they're kind of waiting here. They have that cooler out, and they're just waiting for the clam to come up, stalling a little bit. Okay, there goes the clam. Let's see if they can get any more clams here. The lead is so close, but no one on their team has any clams at the ready. Lana able to grab a couple clams there that spawned in and able to get the lead that way. That was a really, really nice clam spawn there for Element ERM. Able to take the lead off of that by 1 point.
Ooh, yeah, and the last member was holding the power claim. They're going to have to ditch it because the range blaster knew their location. That is going to be the Zap trying to get a pick there. They find 1, but not going to be enough to stall the entirety of Honor Bound there. The 52 going to be difficult to dislodge. Yep, especially if it's Dude. They're going to find 2 picks here. Their Wave Breaker, not a nuisance at all, just getting the jumps over the little line. And even another pick with that whale, single-handedly shutting down this push from Honor Bound. That's got a delayed quad. Element ERM gearing up for a push, but do they have the clams? They need the clams.
They do need the clams. That is very true. You can see who's that left in the back there. I think that was Milana in the back, just waiting to gather. What? Excuse me, was that a range blaster canceling that Zipcaster there? That was pretty amazing. Oh, and range blaster going to get another pick onto Sigrex there, tried to get a flank in, and actually that did a really good job at stalling Element ERM a little bit. Milana though, I saw Milana in the back while all that was happening, trying to get clams. She's finally able to make that power clam for them, score that in, and with a couple more clams that they do have at the ready, they're going to continue getting points for their lead.
Yes, that is the lead again, but that's 3 members down. That's going to be Milana's. The Zap is the last one. They find 1 pick. Honor Bound needs to not get hasty if they want back the lead. They've tried for pushes a few times, but they haven't gotten the clean fights that they've needed. Just got to be careful of the 52. Dude has been a thorn in their side, just shutting down a lot of pushes here. Only a clam and a half is the difference between the lead of these teams. 45 seconds left in the game. There are so many clams on line for Honor Bound, Rissa.
Ooh, there are 24 clams at the ready. If they can get in this 1 power clam initially, we see coolers come out both sides. Ooh. That's 3 members down on the side of Element ERM, and just like that, lead is actually swapping over to Honor Bound, Fusion.
Yes, it is. Those 2 power claims make it in, and then some change. All 4 members are still up. Warrior in enemy ink squid backing to stay alive, or just squid backing. They get counter squid bagged by Milana. The gameplay. Element ERM has only 10 seconds left before overtime. They have a pity clam. They need to get back in this game. 1 clam is not enough for the lead. They need the clam and a half, just like Honor Bound did on that previous push. That's 1 member down. There's a jump just sitting in the middle of the map. That's 2 members, 3 members down. It's just the Zap. Are they going to be able to do anything in time? They have nowhere to go. Honor Bound cleaning up. They're going to take game 3, and we have a set.
Wow. Wow. Let's go. Let's go. I love the pop-off. Rightfully so. That was extremely clutch. That was just amazing. I really loved watching the Range Blaster play there for them on that map in particular. I felt like that was doing so much for them.
Yeah, it definitely was. I think Range was kind of born and raised on that map.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
yeah, Wavebreaker has so many interesting options there in the way that it doesn't on a lot of other maps, and there's just a lot of great angles for it. So it was an excellent pick, and it definitely worked out for Honorbound there. They were able to really nail down Element ERM in ways they hadn't before, and they got a few very nice team pushes that
really.
we hadn't seen in the first few games. At least we did see it, but it was not as like frequent. I think they were a lot more like reliable in clearing out Element ERM, and they played like defenses really well. So
they really did.
We'll see if they're going to be able to continue that, because we're going to be moving to zones on Mahi.
Ooh, okay, so thinking about this too, both teams could potentially have one team having a charger, one team having a pencil, potentially. And that whenever I think of Splat zones on Mahi, I just think of like, I don't know why, I just think of chargers and E-leaders, even though that's not necessarily played all the time, but man, it can be such a hassle to play against on this map and mode in particular.
Yeah, this map is very big, so I think that the charger on Element ERM is going to get a lot of mileage. Mileage out of it here. We probably will see the pencil again. I think that Honorbound did like running that. It certainly will help with the paint. And I've even seen a lot of range here as well.
I was just thinking that too.
Like,
I feel like the range is going to come back because the ledges of this map play along with that weapon really nicely.
I mean, you're a Range Blaster fanatic too, right?
Yes, I am. I'm like, I can see it. I can see the vision. I'm also wondering, too, if Sigrex is going to switch back to the regular dualies, or is he going to utilize the dualies he just played? I don't know. We'll see.
I wonder. We'll have to see, because I think, Dowser's definitely put out a lot of paint, but yeah, we're going to be seeing them run back to the splatter shot. Maybe hoping they can get a little funny in game 3, but they're going to go back to what they were running before. We actually see a leader coming out of Lana. That's going to provide a lot of extra range. I think it's similar range to that Snipe Rider. We'll see whether that one hit's going to provide the picks they need versus the coolers coming out from the charger on the other team.
Okay, so Tao here drops down on this crab and actually just dropped that crab right down onto two members of Element ERM. You can see their Nautilus there tried to follow that crab up and wasn't quite able to do anything, but actually, okay, so I say that, able to push back. Here we see Pieman on that Nautilus actually did a great job at backing up a little bit, stalling the zone, caps the zone, and then a cooler even comes out. The remaining members of Honorbound able to hop in and paint over the zone here. So if they can hold this just a little bit longer with two members down on the side of Element R, this could be the lead. That is the lead for Honorbound.
Yeah, I've been liking the gameplay we've been seeing out of Pieman. Very patient, knowing it's very easy to think you could challenge a leader, and you can't a lot of the time. They've just been alive and kicking, keeping a lot of paint on the board and surviving that 52. Honorbound has been in this game, and now the 52 marked. That's going to, that's the zap mark. They're going to be forced to back up here. Nice pick. It's Pieman again on the knot, finding a pick. It's now 2 down onto Element ERM. A 3rd down after a delayed pick there. Honorbound is setting up for a real lockout here. They have, was that the leader on the snipe? I think it is.
I think it is too.
Or the pencil, sorry.
Yeah. One of those charger weapons,
Yeah.
Okay, so Honorbound has 2 members go down. They were able to secure a few more points there on the board. Actually, okay, getting the zone again, able to score a few more points. And with Element ERM having that zap go down, they have that little bit less painting potential. So you can see the remaining members of Element ERM are waiting there, trying to poke back anyone from Honorbound. Lana doing a great job at doing that with her laser there. And Element ERM able to cap the zone now. They have very small penalty points as well, so they could easily get the zone if they're able to lock out Honorbound.
Yeah, Honor Bound still alive here. They could cap the zone here. They had an opportunity to do so, instead opting to go for the fight there. Now that's going to be a 2-down situation. The timer is going to continue ticking. Nautilus kind of stuck in the corner over there. The Wavebreaker is going to defend them, but Element ERM still holding strong and steady here on the zone. They just kind of are waiting for Honor Bound to approach here. That's kind of, it's on them to do so. They have a Crab Tank at the ready. They're going to use it. The knock gets picked off by a Suction Bomb. That's another pick as well. The Range Blaster gets flanked. 3 down, 20 points left on the board. Honor Bound needs to make a run for the zone at this point. They're running out of time. There's specials online for Element ERM. The Zuka is going to come out. It's an all rush for the zone. A pick on the zone, flips it.
What? That was all Honor Bound needed. That was that moment where you're thinking to your teammates, okay, guys, we just need to run in and cap the zone. I don't care if we all die. Just run in and cap it. That's exactly what they did. Man, they gave themselves that much more time. Now capping the zone once again, able to take down Dude on the side of Element ERM. I mean, a bloodbath here happening back and forth, back and forth. But what? What in the world is happening?
Landing with a trade is that Range Blaster. That's going to give some space for this Crab to come in and hold down a lot of the zone. That's the Charger, I think, kind of isolated on the left side. So yeah, that's going to give Honor Bound some space to move in here. Now, 2 members of Honor Bound on that left side of the zone. They're going to be trying to defend it. That Zuko goes right through a guy and does not take them out. Honor Bound still holding on after winning these fights against Element ERM here. The Rain coming in for revenge there.
That Rain really coming in handy there. And we see, okay, so you had talked about Pyman does a great job at just playing really patiently with that Nautilus. We see them doing that once again. They were able to get some jump-ins for their teammates, but now Honor Bound has 2 members down, so they're really having to think about how they want to regroup and spawn, get some specials ready. And on the other side, Element ERM here, they're set up. They have the lead. There's 40 seconds left remaining on the clock, so Element ERM just needs to avoid these specials that are coming at them and play safely. Oh,
excellent stuff. Yeah, you got to be careful with the Crab because there's a potential Zuka on the other team. Instead, finding the pick on the Zuka with your main weapon is Tao, who gets 2 picks, opening the gateway for Honor Bound to get back into the zone here. And excellent stuff. The Crab Tanks have been absolutely crucial. And you know, it didn't happen that time, but I feel like Tao has been using those Crab Tanks a little more like Baller the past few matches.
Totally.
And it's come out. It's actually ended up being really valuable, getting quite a few little bump kills on people. Now, no more penalty. Time is going to go into overtime. Honor Bound needs to defend here. They cannot afford to lose the zone or else they lose this set. 1 member down on each side. 2 members of Element ERM are stuck here. It's a 2v2 situation on the zone. The 52 challenges the Snipe Rider on the zone. The Range Master gets a clutch pick. Dude on the zone is going to flip it right underneath their noses.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
The fight was going in Honor Bound's favor, but the paints and Element ERMs, they were just able to snatch it away before the fight got too dicey. 3-1 Element ERM, but that was close.
That was so close. Definitely the score there for looking at these 2 teams. Honor Bound. Woo! I loved that. I felt like we were watching them slowly adapt to the way Element ERM was playing from that first game we watched to this game and the game before this. You could really see the adaptations that were happening.
Yeah, you absolutely could. We saw kind of them, I think they were approaching a little bit differently. We saw them playing a little bit more patient, playing around their specials a bit more. And I think, you know, they use a Crab Tank really well to get in a few times, but Element ERM kind of knew their win conditions on like tower control. They were playing patient to wait for the tower so they could challenge it in overtime. On zones, they knew they needed to flip the zone, and we saw Dude like explicitly scrapping on the zone. Stopping something like Pencil from painting does a lot because tap shots with Pencil don't paint that much.
Yeah.
But the full shots do.
Yeah, that was good. Thinking about Dude just rushing forward, stopping their painter completely, and then the remaining members of Element ERM able to just paint around what Dude was doing and just cap the zone. That was, that was fun to watch.
Good stuff. Yeah. And Element ERM now up a set. Fish not having a good day. Yeah, Element ERM needs to win 1 more set, and they will be making it back to top 24.
Okay. Ooh, so who's next? Who we got next?
I wonder. We do have a lot of teams in Wave F. I mean,
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, it's this wave of pools. Let's see how many teams there are. Then you look and it's like 24. And it's like, oh, okay. We
Yeah.
got F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, and F8. It's like,
You're like, I don't know.
this could be